Hey, Joey, I know you love to read, and so do I. And this time of year, you're looking for a good read. If I told you there's a serial killer on the loose in Memphis, you better watch out. You can be assured it's a novel, and it's really good. This is the sequel to The Bluff City Butcher. It's called The Sky's Roared. And author Steve Bradshaw joins us to talk about this page-turning murder mystery set right here in the Bluff City. You were here, was it just a year ago?
August last year.
Last August, and we talked about The Bluff City Butcher, which I have read, and it's really good.
Thank you. Thank you.
You'll recognize a lot of scenes from the Mid-South.
Yes,
and some
definitely.
Restaurants and places that are no longer
Exactly.
here. But it's a gripping murder mystery.
Yes, and it's based on a family in Memphis, a very wealthy family in Memphis, that has a dream that turns into a nightmare. And this book takes it even a step further, and it's about one individual man who discovers that he's part of a genetic experiment and has found out there's a termination order out on him. So he has to move into the shadows and untangle this mystery to find out what this is all about.
Wow.
And it ties into the greatest evolutionary leap of mankind.
Because at the end of the Bluff City Butcher, you think everything's tied up nicely in a knot, but it's not, is it?
Oh, no. No, we can't do that. That's too quick.
So you start this one in Memphis and finish it in Memphis and travel all over in between?
Correct. It's you travel to Europe, New York City. The blood trail goes from New York City to London to Barcelona and Arequipa, Peru, and then but all roads lead to Memphis, where the real monster is known, is revealed, and the impact on the world is revealed here.
So, is there still a serial killer involved? Because we thought he was done with. We thought he was dead and gone at the end of the first one.
You can go to Amazon and read the first chapter and see there's a question about that.
That's what I know. I read it this morning, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Well, that's it's an amazing thing, and not everything's what you think it is. And when you find out, how would you like to be in a situation where the serial killer really might not be who you think he is?
You believe that it was. Okay.
Correct.
Here's the deal. If you love to read it, he's got a book signing tomorrow at Laurelwood Booksellers, formerly Davis Kidd. And you've got signed copies of The Sky's Roared.
Yes.
You were telling me you don't have to read The Bluff City Butcher first. I mean, this is standalone.
Correct. Authors can write books that are connected or that stand alone. If it's like once you read this, you're going to go, well, I'd like to know the prequel.
Sure.
And what's the sequel going to be? And it's one of those types. But you can pick this, The Sky's Roared up, and start running right there.
Oh, boy.
And it's a page turner.
All right. What time's your book signing?
2 o'clock Saturday at Booksellers, and they have the first books in Memphis, in the nation, are going to be at Booksellers. So everyone's invited. It's going to be, we'll talk about forensics. Matter of fact, I worked 3,000 cases. We'll talk all about that.
That's right. You're a forensic pathologist, correct?
Actually, I was an investigator, but I worked for, I don't know if you remember Vince DeMeo, Dr. DeMeo, in the Martin Zimmerman case. I worked with him in Dallas back in the 70s. He was one of the doctors I worked with.
Now, that's interesting.
A very interesting man, very smart man as well.
Yeah, and you're quite distinguished too. He's got quite a bio as well. All right, here's the deal. The Sky's Roared. Tomorrow, 2 o'clock, Booksellers at Laurelwood. Fascinating read, fascinating author as well. Steve Bradshaw, thank you for coming on this morning.
Thanks for having me.
We'll be
Appreciate
right back.
it.